Parenting Roundabout podcast for the week of January 13th, 2020. Every week we chat about the things parents are talking about, complaining about, and obsessing about right now. I'm Nicole Erdix, and I'm here with Catherine Haleko.
Hello.
And Terry Morrow.
Hello.
This week we're talking about unhelpful help and kids' shortcomings, plus taking a couple breaks for an entertainment discussion and a recommendation roundup. Today we're talking about a big buzzword, self-care. We're talking about moms who put off self-care, including taking time off when they're sick to go to the doctors or
rest.
Taking time to rest.
Sleep. Eat healthily.
Exactly.
Healthily. Eat in a healthy way.
There was an article in the Washington Post, and it was basically saying that, we have this culture of just tough it out, which is really weird because we don't do that with our own kids. But for some reason, as moms, we have to be tough and work through things and get through it.
Well, and I think we think that we're irreplaceable. Like if I don't do it, nobody will do it, which I don't think is a false assumption. But to me,
Right.
That's more the issue than the toughing it out. Like it's so much harder, which we're going to talk about on Wednesday, to ask for help or to have someone else do what you normally do, that you're just like, oh, forget it. I'll just do it.
And then there's legitimately time constraints
Right.
too. I mean, when you're, trying to take kids places and make sure things are done in time and homework and there's all these other responsibilities that, yes, they do land on your lap most of the time, but there's also that whole, I just don't have, at least when my kids were younger, getting a doctor's appointment when it was convenient for me was really, and with young kids too. You can't just take a baby and when you have a pap smear,
right.
You got to juggle those things, right? Like, when you got a sitter, when you've got your husband home or your partner home or whatever. Yeah. So there's this whole kind of, I guess the article is saying that, we really need to help themselves as often as they help their children. So I'm just wondering, did you, both of you, struggle with that as well? Is that kind of a common theme that, we put everybody else first instead of ourselves?
Yeah.
Pretty sure it is.
Yeah. I don't know if this is a part of it for anybody else but me, but when I first saw this thing of moms are putting off self-care, I thought, yeah, I let a lot of things go that I didn't really care about and that I didn't really want to do, and I used parenting as an excuse. Is that it's like, oh, no time to put on makeup. Oh, darn, I don't have time to get my hair cut and done. No, you know what? I have kids with special needs. I just, everybody gives you a pass. And it's like, gee, do I want to go to these doctor's appointments that are really unpleasant? You know what? It's just too hard to schedule them. I just can't possibly do it. And, I sort of used it as a welcome excuse to just, I'm so stressed out. I'm just going to eat these Doritos, It's like,
Right.
I don't have the energy to prepare a salad. I'm just going to open this bag. And you know how it is. I'm a mom. It's so stressful. It was good times. It's like, I'm just having that excuse now. But, I understand that it is for many people a serious thing. But for me, it was sort of like, yes. Yes, I can let everything go now. And nobody will blame me. They will feel sorry for me, yes.
But it can have, it can have serious consequences,
I know.
My mother-in-law spent her entire life taking care of other people, from her kids to then older relatives. And in the meantime, she had cancer and didn't know it. And, and it was by the time she found out, it was far too late, to do anything because it had advanced so much. And I really feel like a huge part of that was, I don't have time to deal with this right now. I'm working, I'm caring for other people. They need me more, than I need to go to the doctor for this little pain or other symptom or whatever. So that's when it can really
that's pretty eye-opening. Kind of makes you really think, oh, geez.
Yeah.
You've got to
obviously
attention.
that's an extreme extreme example, but
it's extreme, but I think it's not uncommon. You often see a situation where one spouse is ill and goes through a major illness, and then they come out of it, and then the other spouse drops dead because it's like they put everything on hold for that, and this combination of the stress and the not tending to themselves causes, health crisis for them that's more acute. But
and then you have to hear the old, you have to put on your oxygen mask first. Like,
yes.
Oh, yeah, we've heard this.
Yeah. like, and every mother is sitting there going, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, okay, who made this rule? A guy, obviously.
And it's so frustrating when you do every now and then you say to yourself, you know what? I'm going to look out for me. This is important. I have to take care of myself or I won't be there for the children. I'm going to go to the doctor. I'm going to talk about my concerns, and you get blown off. That's what I feel a lot of the time. I go, I make the effort, and I get no satisfaction. So then you just figure, well, forget it then.
Or it turns into a cascade of like, well, we should check this and we should check that. And why don't you go to this other doctor? And why don't you have this test? And I'm like, I just wanted one appointment. Not 12.
I just wanted you to solve all my problems like I have to solve everybody else's problems. I don't get to send people to 24 different appointments.
Yeah. But it is important. And I have a few regrets of not getting to the doctor in time enough. Nothing as serious as with Catherine's story. But I just had difficulty. My husband traveled a lot when my kids were younger. So there's just the time frames that were available for doctors were just, maybe people need to be more accommodating in that sense.
Yes.
Like we had talked about this before, with the orthodontist being smack dab in the middle of school hours. It's like, come on. If you want us to be healthier and take care of our health, honestly though, the online doctor visits have really changed the game for us. In terms of seeing a doctor, but I wish I'd had that when my kids were younger.
Yeah, I think that might be the answer.
I could never get to the doctor without, babies, or I just didn't, I didn't have anybody around, unless of course I paid somebody to look after them, but that was a hassle too.
I wish, I know they have the video doctor chats, right? Where you can talk to a doctor on video.
We do that a lot now.
I wish they had it like, maybe they do somewhere, have like a chat, like a live chat, like you can go to customer support on a website and do a live chat. That would be really helpful.
I think there's that.
Because I don't necessarily, because sometimes you go to the doctor and then you think of the thing you were going to ask about on your drive home. You could really organize your thoughts, sit down, write stuff out, have them respond to you in writing, and then you can save that and go back and refer to it.
Yeah, you can do,
I think that would be really helpful for moms.
There is a site that you can, I used to use it a lot, where you can email your questions in. But now, and then you get like an immediate response.
I just wouldn't like it more of a back and forth, like a chat, rather than an email where you send something and then you wait and then you get a response that's not quite what you wanted and then you send back and you wait. I can message my doctor through the portal, which I love. Portals are great. Yeah. They also, I think, make it a lot easier to deal with things, even when you have 5 million other things to deal with, and to be able to look at your test scores and stuff like that. But just like a back and forth written chat, I think would be nice. And then you could come back to it if you had to go deal with a screaming child, and then could come back to it and, continue the conversation. But I would pay for that. Give me a monthly subscription fee, and I can, in that time, have as many live chats with the doctor as possible.
Yeah. I'm sure
that would be very helpful.
I'm sure it's out there.
More and more.
Yeah.
But you still have to get over that psychological thing of, am I worth this time and effort?
Right.
And worth it just because you're a human, not because you're a mom, and not because other people depend on you, but because, your health and your time is valuable in and of itself.
Yes.
But then how much of that is also just the fact that when you're younger, you think you're a little bit more invincible. So,
well, that's true also.
Right. Like how, this is, I'm going to get over this. Not a big deal.
Yeah. Right. And there's kind of a little bit of an ego thing in that too, right? I'm tough. I take care of everybody else. I don't need to be taken care of. you know, I'm super mom. And so you have to overcome that also.
And also when you look around at other people, you're like, how is this person who has 5 kids, works more hours than I do, you know, has all these kids are all in activities. Like, if I can't handle this, how is that person doing it?
Well, you know that something's slipping somewhere.
I know. It has to be, right? Yeah, my friend posted on Twitter the other day that she was reading a book about time management I believe it was specifically for women. And she said this woman posted, or in the book was like a diary for a week's worth of what she did with her time. And my friend said, not a single load of laundry, like no meals were prepared. The house was never cleaned. Like, so clearly this person has paid help to do all that. So, and she's writing a book about time management. Like, well, that's one way to manage your time is
Chapter 1, get paid help. Chapter 2, you know, buy these organizational items
that I'm selling.
Yeah. Exactly. Well,
I mean, that's just frustrating. Like,
yes.
Don't tell me how to do that.
Well, knowing when to put an end to particular activities is an important thing in time management and in making time for ourselves. So we're going to say that's it for today's round 1. Tune in tomorrow for our entertainment-themed round 2 and later in the week to find out what we're complaining about, obsessing about, and recommending right now. We're always interested in what you have to say, so drop us a comment on our website, our Facebook page, or Twitter, where you'll find us at Roundabout Chat. Now go make a doctor's appointment. You're worth it.